We all get knocked down in life. We all stumble and fall. Happens. It's a normal part of life. When you're growing up as a kid, you stumbled and fell and skinned your knee and cried and wanted a little sympathy maybe from your mom, but you got back up. You went right back at it. You went back out, running around and climbing trees and skipping rocks and whatever you did as a kid. But we all stumble and fall, even in adult life. We stumble and fall. Things happen in our life that cause us to not get what we want, not to accomplish what we want, to fall backwards, to take steps backwards, and even to come just sometimes it comes crashing down around us. Life knocks us down. But it's up to us to decide whether or not we're going to stay down or if we're going to get up. That's totally our choice. Maybe you got fired from a job, or you're starting a new business and it's just not happening. It's not going. You got no customers, nobody's showing up. Maybe you start a business online and nobody's showing up and you just want to quit. And you decide, well, it's just not worth the hassle. It's not worth the struggle. And these dreams that you have about maybe building a business for you and your family, or advancing in your career, or starting a new project, and it just isn't happening. Sometimes you say it's not worth the hassle. It's not worth the struggle. It's not worth going after my dreams, because we want it so bad, but then it doesn't happen. And so we struggle with the fact that, well, do we even keep going, because I can't seem to get it to happen for me in my life. And so you just dwell on the fact that it's not worth it. It's not worth going after your dreams. Really? Fear, the fear that you're going to fail, the fear that you're going to make somebody mad, the fear that you're going to have to confront some ugliness, whatever it is, fear is always there. Doubt in yourself, doubt that you can even get it done, doubt that somebody will show up, that will always be there. Pain, the pain that it just didn't go right, the pain that maybe you embarrassed yourself because you started off with this great idea and it just didn't happen. So you feel embarrassed, you feel this pain. You know what? It's all part of life. That's what happens. It's just there. When you've hit rock bottom, and so many people have worked so hard for something in their life, and they hit rock bottom. Maybe you loved your job and you're working so hard, and all of a sudden you got fired. And you're like, what is up now? What do I do with my life? Or you're building a business, and like so much today, because of governors shutting down business, you're going out of business. You're bankrupt. And you've hit rock bottom. Well, that's horrible. That's bad. You can cry. You can be angry. But guess what? Once you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's to go up. That's the great part. And so with the right planning and with a determination that you have inside of you, you can go out and get it done. You can go do what you want to do. You just have to have the right planning and be determined to go get it done. If you just curl up on the couch and say, oh, poor me, and what was I thinking, and nobody likes me and nobody wants my business or whatever, you'll never have it in that state of mind. But with the right planning and your own determination, you can go get done what you want to do. So here's some steps for you. If you've hit the bottom, if you hit rock bottom, or things have failed, or things just aren't going well in your life, whatever it is, here's some steps. The first step, accept the pain. You need to feel your emotions, because emotions are real. Now, some of our emotions are false emotions because we put on our emotion all these other thoughts about how awful we are and we're no good and nobody likes us just because something went wrong. So be careful with your thoughts. But Accept the emotions that you have: anger, frustration, even embarrassment. Accept those. Feel it inside of you so you know what it is. You can grieve the loss. You can grieve the tragedy. You can cry. You can scream, whatever it is you need to do, but feel what that emotion feels like. And don't avoid the fact that everything fell apart. If you avoid it, if you ignore it and say, oh, well, it didn't happen, or I'm not going to think about it, you're not going to move on until you actually accept the fact that it happened, accept the pain that you're going through, that it is real, let it be real, and then you can move on from there. The second step you can do then is accept what happened. So first you accept the pain. Take that hurt, accept it, feel that hurt, and then accept what happened. Because at this point, you can't change it. Maybe you got yourself way deep in debt. Well, the spot you are today, you can't change it today. You can change it over time, but it's not going to change today. Maybe your spouse left. Maybe you got fired. You can't change those today. You can make a plan and move forward, but you have to accept what happened. So many people don't even want to accept that it even happened. And a lot of it, they don't want to accept that they probably had some fault in the outcome. But you need to accept what happened and consider then, once you accept what happened in your life, then consider what comes next. Don't just stay there. Don't just accept it and stay where you're at. Consider what comes next. I'm at this very low point in my life. This bad thing happened to me, but what comes next? What is the next opportunity for me? The sooner you can accept what happened to you and the fact that you can't change that thing, the better you will be in order for you to move on, to move forward, to get out of that spot and to move forward to the next opportunity, to the goal and the dreams that you really have. So once you've accepted the pain and you've accepted what happened and the fact that you can't change it, but you're going to move on, you need to forgive yourself. Because so many times we get into a spot like that and we beat ourselves up. We're the one at fault. We screwed up. How horrible am I? And you just need to forgive yourself. Even if you screwed up, forgive yourself. Because you know what? You're not alone. It happens to all of us. And it's happened to other people. And what you need to know is other people have made it through the same thing. And because they made it through, you can too. Do a little research, do a little reading. Find people who have struggled with what you've struggled with. If it's, say, domestic violence, I got an awesome friend I can connect you with who has gone through the struggle and survived it and is thriving today. If it's If you're going through times of self-doubt and things just don't seem to work out for you, I can connect you with people who have struggled with that and have walked through that and have been able to change their mindset and now are succeeding greatly in their life. Just know that it's happened to other people. Just because it's happening to you does not make it unique. So know that other people are going through it and forgive yourself so you can move on. The fourth thing you need to do, take a look at all your options. Review your options. Check them out. You need to do an assessment of what happened and ask yourself what you could have done differently or what you can do differently today to get out of it or so that it doesn't happen again. That's where most people go wrong, is bad things happen, but they never really assess what happened so they don't make the same mistakes. They keep making the same mistakes over and over and over because they never ask themselves, what really happened? So I don't do that again. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? What can I do differently today? Look at the situation and figure out what you can learn from what you've been through. Because in the hard times, in the middle of the storms, as I call them in my book, The Success Grower, and Got to hang on. In my book, The Success Grower, I talk about storms, the storms that come up in life, and how you deal with the storms in life. Because you know what? Eventually the storm will be over. And if you want to be successful in getting through the storm and afterwards, you need to understand and review what happened in the middle of the storm so you don't make the same mistakes again. Focus on your goals. That's how you move forward. You focus on your goals, what you want to achieve. Not what somebody else wants you to achieve, not somebody else's goal. What is it you want to achieve? Even at this point in your life, what is it? Focus on that and figure out what your options are so that you can move forward. And the fifth thing to do, once you've reviewed all the options and looked at what happened and decided, I'm not going to do that thing again because that certainly didn't work out. Now, create a plan in order for you to get to your goals. Most people, if you set a goal, most people don't have a plan how to get there. And that's the key. You have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan to work to help you achieve your goals, then your goals are just a wish. You'll live on someday I'll. Someday I'll have this. I wish I had that. Someday I'll. Don't live there. Have a plan for how you're going to get to your goals. And don't give up. Keep moving forward. You'll stumble. You'll fall. We all do. But get up, dust off your knees, put a Band-Aid on your skinned up elbow or whatever you need to do, and keep going. Because you know what? You haven't failed until you quit. Because failure lies at the end of quit. Before that, it's just a lesson. It's an opportunity to learn. It's an experience that you have had and you get to learn from. So don't think of yourself a failure unless you have quit. And I don't think you're a quitter. Because you know what? The more you work at it, the easier it gets. We all stumble and fall. And it hurts. It hurts really bad. And some of them are big hurts. Some of them, even, if they're financial hurts, man, they can hurt for a really long time. If they are relationship hurts, they'll hurt for a really long time. But you can move past them. You can take these steps and get past it so that you can start moving forward again to achieve your goals. That's how you survive when life knocks you down. I'm Mark Schinner, coming to you from inside the house again. It's cold and wet outside. Hopefully we can get back outside here pretty quick. This is your Tuesday Truths. It's possible to survive when life knocks you down. You just need to take these action steps that I talked about today. And I'll just tell you real quick what they are. First, you need to accept the pain. Feel it. Know that it's real. Accept what happened. You've got to accept what happened so that you can move past it. Forgive yourself. Even if it was your fault, forgive yourself so that you can move on. Review all your options and all your opportunities for moving forward, and then create a plan in order for you to reach your goals. That's how you survive when life knocks you down. Have a great day. This is your Tuesday Truths. Have a great day, and I'll be back and talk to you tomorrow.